light over here coming in. Welcome to day 9 of this 40-day journey. So I'm going to begin with just a little silence. Allow yourself to drop into center. Observe your body. Mentally, just take note of how you are feeling right now. Begin to breathe and follow your breathing. Just noticing the breath, the natural breath. So if you're watching this on the day that I'm creating it, it is a partial lunar eclipse that happened in the night in the sign of Taurus. The moon is in Taurus, the sun in Scorpio, so a Taurus-Scorpio axis, which just so happens to be the signs of both of my sons. One is a Taurus, one is a Scorpio. And this seems particularly significant because this is going to be where all the eclipses are hanging out for a while. This is the axis between the depths, the mysterious depths, the waters, the ocean of life, the deep unconscious, death and transformation, and what we value most, what we value above all else, which is also Vesta, the house in the home, not the 4th house, but the 2nd house that's ruled by Taurus is our personal values and what feels good to us, what's pleasurable, what we thrive with most. And it's also associated with Aphrodite, the sensual pleasures. So, what's your pleasure? What do you have to do? What do you have to die to have that? Let's look at today's crystal card. Tiger's Eye. This is the empowerment stone in this deck. 3rd chakra activation. So today is an empowerment. When I think of what is an empowerment, it's an initiation. It's a crossing. It's how can you look at the experiences that are happening and tell the empowering story, get the empowerment transmission from exactly what's happening on this Taurus-Scorpio axis between what makes you really feel good and what needs to die. So let's pull the tarot as well. And we're getting King of Swords. So this is the king who is clear, knows exactly what needs to happen, and is a righteous ruler. Okay, the King of Swords upside down is tyrannical, but the King of Swords upright is a righteous king. May not be like super lovey, compassionate, but is, because he's upright. With the sword, he has the sword of truth. So there's an empowerment of, number 1, the inner king, the inner masculine in each of us today that is looking for clarity, looking for, to express an empowered set of beliefs. And again, the empowered story. You know, something crazy is happening in the realm and the king gets up to address the people, he's going to tell the most empowered version if he's a righteous king, if he's a good king. is going to tell the best story, the most empowering story that sets the stage for everyone to be on that good vibe, that empowering vibe. So this is us in our mind right now today. You need to tell the most empowering story to allow us to move forward in clarity, in truth. And King of Swords may also have to reveal some hard truths sometimes, so swallowing the hard truths. So ponder on that for a moment. What are some hard truths that need to be taken into consideration today? What do you want to get really clear about that maybe you haven't been clear about up to this point, that you can just slice right through to the heart of the matter and say, it's this. That makes me feel the most empowered, so that's what it is. And we're being asked to come right to the heart of truth. And I noticed you just popped on, so I just wanted to repeat really quick, hello, that we're on this Taurus-Scorpio axis from this full moon eclipse. And so we're really being asked to dive deep, to look at what we're willing to die to, like on a metaphorical level, usually, in order to have what really feels good, in order to reap the pleasures of life, to have what we value be expressing, right? Taurus is our highest value. And the second house, which Taurus rules, is also where the money comes from. So when we're putting emphasis on our highest value, then the flow comes. We unlock the eternal flow of abundance. And the King of Swords knows that. The King of Swords is a good businessman and is clear and is to the point and is precise and is not afraid to cut away the things that don't work. So also in our lives, to empower ourselves, what can we tell ourselves? What can we create this day? What can we cut away that will allow us to feel more empowered and on this journey toward the solstice, be a good caretaker of our realm, be the righteous, truthful caretaker of our realm. So take a deep breath into that. If you are traveling this journey with me, sending blessings on all of your daily practices. If you want to jump into the 40 days and you aren't already, I'm trying to put the link in all of the comments, but if one of the days is missing, like today, just go back to day one of the earlier days, and there's instructions how to, but I'll try to put that down below also. To join us on the app where we have mantra practice daily, we're doing the same mantra. We're working with the Shri Yantra, which is the balancing of the masculine and feminine. So every day is an amplification of this energy, and if you're doing it with me, you maybe are noticing that there's certain things that have to go or that have to be brought up in order for this to happen. We have to go through some initiations. We have to go through some trials by fire, so to speak, and see how we get through that, see how we integrate that. These are integrative, overlapping triangles in this particular Sri Yantra. You can't see it, but in some of them you can see that there are 9 overlapping triangles, which the 9 is also a completion number. In the Sri Yantra, this would be completing the old creation, which is also the masculine feminine, the way it used to be. So there is an ending completion of that, and there is a birthing of the new. So we might also look at our relationships and be the King of Swords and tell the most empowering story so that we can integrate whatever our partner is showing us that we don't like. So maybe contemplate that, maybe write a list of what your partner is showing you that you don't like, and to integrate that where does that show up in you? What quality, where does that show up in you? Because, oh, my cat is going to push over my camera. We all express all facets of human potential. So whatever our partners show us that we don't like, that quality lays somewhere in us, somewhere that we have yet to love and accept about ourselves. Hi, Kitty. And so to do that practice and do it with clear mind, like the King of Swords, to really be truthful with yourself. Like sometimes integration work is challenging because we have to look at where we do a certain thing that we don't like that someone else does. It's of course not going to be the exact thing they do, but it's going to be a version of that. And it could be in our past. It could be somewhere in our past. And if you need assistance with that, please let me know. You can always reach me. If you can leave me a comment, I probably will see it after a while, but you can also find me on Facebook or reach me through my Gmail, stasiabliss@gmail, or on my website, blissinthehouse.com. So, mantra, postures, daily meditation. We're working through the book, The Alchemy of Relationships. So this is a 40-day journey to integrate our masculine and feminine and take our relationships to the next level. And I'll tell you, I'm really seeing that happen in my life. Just at day 9, and we are on day 9. So speaking of the 9s, we are completing one layer of this thing. So great job. Have an amazing journey this day or whenever you're watching this. And thank you for joining me. Much love.